gets a few of those abilities down, you can just outrange him a bit and flap away. It's really obnoxious. The other thing is obviously one of the big things for Yasuo and Tanar is you, with your wind wall, you can break the boomerang. And it puts it on
now, sending his sights on the bot side of the map, but Sheo knows my bot lane has prio. I have the agency to move into your side of the jungle, and I can now get some revenge for those early camps that you stole.
Zyra notoriously fast clearing, and Mickey X and Upset, they were the ones interrupting backs last time. This time, they actually still going to try and turn on to Stand, who's low and goes down! Oh, it was looking so good. The priority was there, Sheo was there, and it just doesn't matter. Welcome to the Bounty Castle, Stand. Enjoy your stay in the grave.
Fnatic now find a nice opportunity in the bot side of the map. They could have set up a potential freeze. They've decided not to do that based on the damage that they've done. Camilo and Humanoid continue to trade, with Camilo sitting on a small level lead for now.
Pops back to his soul or body with the unbound soul. Sheo, though, looking for a wraparound. Reminder, Humanoid does not have flash. If that Q lands, doesn't. Flash for the grasping roots doesn't land, and now Razork's around. They can look to bait it. There's the twisted advance. Camilo forced back towards the plants. Is Humanoid, though, burning out. Sheo, that's a deadly garden. Nightshade to be found as now Razork in danger. Get hit by another grasping root. Camilo using the Raptors to try and escape is very, very low. 58 odd HP. Mickey won't find him, but now he's a bit deep. That's a level 6 Zyra still going to try and fight this Yone. What is going on, Mickey?
Yes, ignite. I think he's trying to ignite it.
Fight seal comes on through. The shield comes in, and Team Heretics pick up 2 kills.
How do I break that down? Stand unflanked with the all-in to alleviate some of that pressure. We saw it again in the mid lane with the gank response from Fnatic turning awry. And Heretics continue to win out on the top lane matchup as well. I will admit, the CS being even, not the best position for the Yasuo, but you know that Yasuo's going to continue to scale.
Stranglethorns, I think Humanoid's in danger. The heal from Mom is not enough, and another kill comes over. This one to the Yone. Chains of Corruption land in the bot side, though. Stand not level 6 yet. Mickey X and Upset continue to trade on forward. The last order would do it. Flash for it secures, and Flacket has to Valkyrie away. A 21-gun salute to his...
We'll get the 6 scrubs. They will concede the first dragon of the game. But I think Heretics is fine with that position, considering they are one objective away from that second feat of strength.
And considering Sheo was invaded, lost the smite fight on the Raptors.
Really being the only objective that they can look to play for. They're zoning Humanoid away from the tower. In fact, he was even forced to go back to base. Upset is stuck in mid, catching the wave that Flacket is able to push very quickly. And now they're looking for another fight.
Razork goes back in, gets a double Bramble Smash. Mickey X tries to get the Magstorm, gets it onto both of the jungle and AD carries. Flacket gets out, but Sheo, the man with the gold lead, goes down. Sten gets a double knockup, but they've lost 3. Camilo's trying to trade out, but there's just too many Fnatic members. And Fnatic swiftly punish Heretics overstep in the bot lane.
They certainly do. Heretics one step too far. Knockup comes through from Carlson.
Asprath comes on through, but Oscarin still has the hop, so it's just damage. It's not a full...
wants to fight you. So if you're going to give us the fight, we'll take
the fight, yeah. And look, Heretics, you drafted a comp with finesse required. You started some good plays, but you have to do that a little bit more cleanly. And Fnatic, something we were talking about in the green room was the patience that we saw from that. Something we heard from the desk as well. Team Heretics, though, going to finally secure this turret. This time Fnatic won't punish them for it, but the gold lead still in Fnatic's favor. Feat of Strength is secured by Team Heretics because they got that first turret, and that's great news, but Fnatic are ahead in gold now. That gold lead swings back towards them, and they are the team that scales into the objective portion of the game, where you start playing around those dragons and stuff a little later on. A bit easier. Camilo being jumped on. Humanoid sneezes at him, but Camilo will dodge that one.
Now Camilo is the one that's under pressure. Razork going to be sitting on a ward. Sheo is here to cover.
Trying to defend this turret as Fnatic have come around in force to try and trade those structures back. At least it'll only be a trade on the turret HP bar, not too much more. 30 seconds until Dragon, though. Fnatic with pressure in bot lane are likely going to want to try and hold on to command of this river. Stend goes forward, but there's the ult from the Maokai. Turnaround, though, into the Fate Sealed. Immediately removes Razork. Mickey going to have to flash on out, stays alive, but burns very low with the Leandri's tick.
So now it's Fnatic who overstay their welcome. I'm surprised both sides committing very heavily on the bot side of the map. Don't want to contest over the Rift Herald for the time being. But in this situation, notice the difference, no Upset. A crucial damage dealer this early on into the game, going for the Lethality.
Do quite a lot of damage to a turret if you're given half a wave to work with, and Flacket gets an auto too. Upset, though, has to change the Corruption. Flacket ready for it. Valkyrie's away. And now there's a bit of a bait being set up by Heretics. Stand and Carlson combine. And Mickey X off his high horse.
A very nice pick onto Mickey. He didn't respect the fact that that side of the map did not belong to Fnatic. Utilizing the fog of war, they were able to attack from over the wall. They catch him out. Fans trying to keep his morale high, but it will open up this mid-tier 1. And Heretics will take the lead in turn. Cost Oscar his flash, so the potential flash Gnar play in later team fights is something that Heretics don't have to be afraid of. Oh, hang on a minute.
Nice last breath combo, gets a huge shot, got a humanoid, but flashes over the wall. Now Stend, at least with the ultimate running, is relatively tanky. Carlson, though, certainly is not. And Fnatic punished that attempted pick. Carlson running away as Oscar in nearly a mega. Runs down the Yasuo, flash over the wall from Flackid. Oscar in and got a blast cone. Doesn't have the flash, but a flash and show to get away from Mickey X is not enough. Shattering Strike, Magnet Storm, the hail of arrows, and the plant is swiftly snipped. There will be no smite. There's nothing really to claim aside from Atakan, though. Are Fnatic feeling confident enough with the members dead to think about it? Looks like they are.
Definitely should. Heretics just with another crucial blunder. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse as, the top lane.
Camillu claims the tier 2. All the while, though, Fnatic have sent 2 members to try and punish. Their Fate Seal went wide, though. So Upset goes on a rampage.
He's got a face check into Flackhead.
Oh, Flackhead punishes just so well. There's a barrier, there's a flash that is not going to be burned. And Flackhead picks up 1 at least. Sten's now over here. And Fnatic have been pretty slow to take this. Carlson's around. They can't finish Atakan. Razork at 20% HP has to be wary. Carlson, last breath into the backline. Onto Humanoid of all people. Twisted advance. And then a wind wall. Sorry, a tornado to claim the kill. They'll keep on playing that. Atakan! Taken by Razork! Even though, say, the Heretics are winning the fight, they don't finish the objective. They don't have the smite. Mickey looking to reset. Going to try and recall, will likely lose his withdrawal. Carlson picks up the 200 gold.
I mean, Carlson is pretty clean with the Yasuo. I will say this game has devolved into anarchy across the board because while it was a lost fight for Heretics, I thought it was going to be a free Atakan beat, but
second dragon for either team, and Fnatic have got the additional lives to play with, so it feels like now is the time, if any, to make it work. They've got the easier team fight comp. Herald dropped in the gap there towards the river. Fnatic had that one timing out. Dragon started by Fnatic, and Team Heretics say, look, we just don't want this fight. Herald's coming. We're backing away from this. As Mickey X driving away. Okay, Herald was used and just goes into a wall.
I definitely think that we've seen greater value Heralds before.
Maybe 1 or 2.
But that's okay. These things happen. You'll notice the poke that comes through from Fnatic can be quite difficult to deal with. I would argue that walking into Zyra is always a challenging thing to deal with. However, because you have Upset on the Varus with going for the Lethality build, against these squishy targets, that poke is going to stick. And when you pair that up with the Smolder as well, who's going to chip away at you every time he gets just within range to either sneeze on you or hit you with his Q, now Razork's ultimate comes down to zone them away from the tower.
Nature's Grasp comes down, Sten will press ult though, and then go on to Oscar and the knockup will come on through from the Stranglethorns, and they'll just get that withdrawal and hold the turret.
I will say a bit of poor coordination there. Upset's ultimate came out a little bit late. It looked like he didn't want to commit it onto Sten because he knew that he still had the ultimate. But then once Sten committed the ultimate then went wide from Upset. So the chain CC didn't quite land. Carlson now overextended.
Humanoid's coming on down. Razork's there as well. Sneeze comes on through. That'll pop the passive on the Yasuo, who will begin to sweeping blade his way through the wave. Windwall comes on down, making Humanoid's life a little trickier, but the executes now coming through because the stacks are in. Nice knock-up. We'll get another passive, but I don't think even that amount of flow will keep Humanoid from getting the kill.
I was ready for Carlson to get the outplay there. Very close to getting that trade back kill onto Humanoid. Unfortunately, pressure is going to fall on his shoulders because the carries across the board are pretty even, if not ahead, as you see Oscar now with a 2k gold lead over the top lane.
And the ult coming as well. Camillu will ult. Is still going to get caught out just by the ultimate. And now with 3 members down here, I don't think Camillu's got anything to do. He doesn't have the ult to try and outplay in the fight. Will likely just fall. 20 seconds until Baron as well. They want to make sure he's off the board for as long as they can. What do Fnatic get off of this? No Dragon, as we've seen that fight recently enough to know otherwise.
They're just moving to the enemy jungle, going to try and full control right now. One of those things, you know, boots are really important, right?
Yes.
And the problem with the Wind Brothers is they're forced into a very specific boot.
The ones that give you the attack speedy thing.
Which means that this crowd control has a lot more value. And you can see only Sten sitting on the Merc Treads, which means that when the CC lands...
Oh boy, and he's nearly at the execute threshold, about to get hit by another one of those spooky cat things that this version of Maokai throws out. Stand just about alive, but that will mean this tier 2 falls. Razork, sorry, not Razork, Humanoid calls Mum.
You see what I mean by the poke,
Yeah,
right? It really does, it sticks on the side of Heretics because they don't quite have those tanks that have that inbuilt regeneration, those resistances, the ability to soak up some of that long-range damage. Instead, they've got a very squishy front line. This Lethality Virus gains a lot of value. The poke that comes through side of the map, I would have expected them to start shifting their control more into the bot side jungle to kind of scare Carlson off the wave. You can already see he's pretty hesitant to approach.
Just soloing it.
Oh,
that's
he
why.
is, yeah.
So that's the plan. He's saying, look, we'll have the rest of our members go there. We've got enough control that our mid laner can just haste when you're looking at a poke comp. When you're looking at Smolder and Varus, who love to cast more abilities, feels pretty good this game. Sheo lands the grasping roots, but doesn't really lead to all that much. The problem now is, of course, Sten can look for an angle. In goes Razork. There's the Strangle Thorpe to try and buy a bit of space, but Razork flashes away. Magnus Storm back on in onto Sten and Sheo, and that likely means the Zyra is going to be put down to sides, but Razork also in danger. Sap magic healing is ridiculous. Oscar Rinin flashing away as Flackhead tries to trade onto him. Carlson flashed on, trying to be stepped alive, flashes forward onto Humanoid! And Humanoid gets the kill.
A scattered fight across the board where Heretics had the opportunity to find a number of skirmishes where they were very close to being able to find those picks, but they just couldn't quite secure any of them. Upset now sets his sights onto Flackhead.
Wants this kill, gets the Q just short though, and Flackhead, I think,
He's chasing for this.
He really wants it, even with the Hail of Arrows. He's got enough for slow Q, go on. One arrow, one kill!
And that's a shutdown. Upset makes his scoreline 8-1. They just shouldn't have been trying to force, and Fnatic, with that stronger team fight composition, have been able to punish time and time again, and now they find themselves in this position. Oscar about to take over to level 18, Humanoid in a similar position.
Ahead.
And the poke that's coming through, Heretics have to be decisive in how they execute, as the damage is just continuing to stick from Fnatic.
Winced a little bit at that level discrepancy there, the counter match at Carlson. There's been some flashy plays from the Asper, but it's not led to a lead. 3 levels, well, now 2, because of course Oscar Rinin can no longer level up anymore. This isn't Earth. But it's still a serious, serious discrepancy, and the vision control that they fought so hard of early on in the game is now completely gone. Their map is very, very dark right now. Resets begin to come on through for Fnatic. They've claimed all the outer turrets except for that one lone remaining tier 2 in top lane, but they'll reset by a load more items. Humanoid finishing off the Bloodthirster. 3.5 items now on Upset. 3.5, 4 items even for Oscar Rinin. Flipping heck, that Gnar is strong, and can look to do it all over again. And with the Hex Gates, Razork's like, hello. And the rest of Fnatic as well, they're just coming straight on in. They want a brawl. Carlson caught out, crashed down on with the Ferromancy. He's got a shield that means absolutely nothing, and Upset goes unstoppable.
An easy pick for Fnatic. They turn their attention onto the tower that you just a few moments ago highlighted was the sole survivor of tier 2 towers. They don't care about the mid wave for now. Instead, knowing that they have the numbers advantage, have set their sights on the base of Heretics.
Those numbers look nice for Sheo, and they were for a period of the game. Don't look so nice when you look at mid and bot though. The poke has definitely been landing, and the base now broken into. Team Heretics, what on earth do you do to stall this Fnatic juggernaut at this point? Oscar Rinin time to just...
I think, to take control of this game. Unfortunately, a few misexecutions. Oh, Fnatic once again.
They've gone through the Hex Gates. They're going to try and jump on Oscar Rinin, who did get knocked up, but they didn't really follow it up with too much. Another decent knock-up. Oscar Rinin low. Stend going to be chunked. Will try and go into the backline. Again, no follow-up. Mom comes flying across the red buff pit, and they lose the Alistair, who is turned into a medium rare state, courtesy of the rest of Fnatic. Razork looking to get on forward. Camilo gets over the wall, but that means there is surely no way that Team Heretics can contest the Hex Soul coming up.
HP bars are a little low on the side of Fnatic. Oscar Rinin likely going to go back to base and then has the TP to rejoin the group. As you rightly said, the Soul going to be secured by Humanoid. They know they have the numbers advantage, but I don't think they have much of a wave to play through on bot. So instead, they're going to move back into Heretics jungle, steal away what they can, pick up what gold they can to try and finish things off, and maybe they'll wait for the Baron spawning in about 2 minutes' time. They are approaching this mid lane tower. Oh, Root comes through onto Mickey.
Good chunk. Again, you've still got 3 items on a Yone, 3 items on a Yasuo. You've got some damage there. The problem is, Fnatic have got some too, and it's just easier to get onto key members with the range. They turn around, Sten goes on, but it's not onto target. They want to ult with the last breath, and Sten has to back away. Oh. Gonna get executed. Humanoid and Upset bring down the house. Camilo and Flackett desperately running away. A cleanse will not save you. Little Corky, a triple to Upset. A flash from Mickey, who does die to the tower, but that is surely the end of this game. Fnatic will make it 2-0. They will be moving on in the playoffs. A win to their name.
An absolutely ruthless Varus ultimate from Upset sends an arrow straight into the heart of Heretics and will send them to the lower brackets.
Game 1 was clean. Game 2, Fnatic